Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we will learn about JavaScript basics for LWC. So we will learn what is import and what is export and what is class and what is constructor, and then what are arrow functions, how we can initialize arrow functions, and what are DOM events like on click and how we can use them, and how we can uh, use data flow from template to JS and JS to template. Okay guys, and while learning JavaScript basics for LWC, we will learn to create this application. So with the help of this application we will learn JavaScript. Okay, so if I click plus and minus, based on that my counter is updated. So if I click plus, it's updated by 1 every time I click plus. Okay, and now when I click minus, it decre decrement by 1. Okay, so this is a simple counter that we will create. Okay, now let's see how we can create this LWC application. So we will create a LWC component. So we will press Control Shift and P and click on create LWC, and then we will create this counter app. So this is the structure where we have HTML, CSS and XML, and we also have test, but test is not needed, so we will delete test. And this is the XML we need when we want to expose our application. Okay. So we have deleted test, and this is the HTML, and this is JS. If you see, by default we have import and export. Import means to import JavaScript functionalities from outside of this application, and by default you will see a counter app class is created, and using import we are importing lightning element, which is helpful to use this JS for LWC. So using lightning element using this import we are importing lightning features. Okay, means LWC features. And using export means whatever we write we are exporting it so that HTML can use. Okay, or any other outside application can also use. So export means when we write the application inside a JS and we want to export it to the outside of this application, we can use export. Got it guys? And if you see, if we are importing lightning element, so we are extending it in this class. Okay, so whatever the code we write inside the class, that can be used with the HTML. Got it? Because we are extending this lightning element. So basically lightning element is a interface or a class. It's a class, because only class we can extend. So it's a JavaScript class, lightning element. Using that we can use LWC feature. Okay, so don't worry, so you will know with the help of example, means how we can write JS and HTML to create that app. So what we need is, we will first we will put basic HTML elements. Okay, so I already have a code for this, so I will just paste it here. Just a minute. Yeah, this. So inside the div we are putting a heading simple counter. This is the name of this app, and then this count expression to display the counter, and then we have two buttons to increment and decrement. You see the on click handler, on click event, okay, and from the on click event we are calling the handler, and these handler definition we need to be provided in JS. Okay, for handle increment and handle decrement we will write JS functions. So we will be using arrow functions for this, but we can use simple JavaScript function as well. But we want to show you how we can use arrow functions, so we will use that here. Okay. So for this we will initialize counter variable first, so that we can initialize our counter with 0, and then we can create a constructor like this, so that whenever this component is loaded, so this component, so this constructor is called, but we don't need constructor here. Okay, but constructor is used when your component is loaded and you want to execute some code during initialization, so you can use that inside constructor. But since we don't need it, so we will not use it. We will just write this handler name, then equal, then this arrow function, then inside curly braces we will write this dot counter plus plus. This is just to increment the counter whenever this button is clicked, and same function we can write for handle increment. So we need here minus minus instead of plus plus, because it's a decrement. So I will change the name as handle increment. Just a minute. So I can use, instead of arrow I can use the simple function that I want to show here. Okay. Now let me increment it. Sorry, it's minus minus and count. Yeah. It's increment. Now I want to expose this application to home page. So for this I will set the target to home page. Using this lightning underscore underscore home page. So now after deploying, I will add this application to home page. To add this application to home page, I will click on setup menu and then edit page. And I will drag and drop this counter app to the home layout. After saving, I will go back. You see, here if you see, count is not displaying when I click on minus or plus. Maybe there is some issue. Let me check that. If you see, the counter we are using, but on the page it's a count, so we will use counter here as well. Counter. Okay, so this variable name inside expression was wrong, and if you see, the UI as well is not looking good, so we will add some styling. So you don't need to worry about styling, since we already have written the styling, so we can just copy and paste it here. But intent is here just to to show you how you can apply styling. So you just need to create this file and then add CSS as extension, and then you can write your CSS. Okay guys, now we can run that application and see the functionality. Okay. So you see latest change are not reflected. So what we will do is we will click on inspect and then hard reload. After hard reloading, our latest changes are visible. You see the UI is very good, looking good now. Okay. Now when we click on plus and minus, so we can increment and decrement our count. Okay guys, now I will show you how we can use normal function instead of arrow function. But guys, if you want to learn about these arrow functions or some of the advanced feature of the JavaScript, please let me know and put comment on this video, and I will create a session for that as well if you really want. Okay, this is the concept under modern JavaScript, which is after ECS 6. Okay, so I will make a session for that. Okay guys, now I have removed arrow function and instead I am using a normal function. Okay, and I will show you that using the normal function as well, our functionality is working same as before. Okay, there is no difference, but yeah, here we are using normal function instead of arrow function this time. You see, our counter is working perfectly. So guys, if you really like my video, please subscribe to my channel and like this video as well. I will create more videos like this for you. Thank you guys. We'll meet you in next session. Thank you.